I want to have a look at the Alita Battle Angel, the art and making of the movie. And it's next to the book Zootopia on my shelf. And I think what connects the two for me is the urban environment, the cityscapes, and so I'm following it up with a little bit more urban environment visuals with this book. So this is based on the movie, which is pretty good. It's not very doesn't look exactly like the manga or the OVA of the 90s, but it's still a pretty good adaptation, especially given so many manga anime adaptations in live action are very bad. So this one is actually one of the better ones. And I don't know if they will do the part 2 or part 3. I think 3 movies would be realistic to cover the full manga. It would still be kind of short, but I think the more realistic approach would be to make a new anime covering the full manga and even the sequel mangas that came after. But I think James Cameron is really on the high production movies, so I don't know if we will have the part 2, but hopefully they do an animation, I don't know, Netflix or another streaming platform can get the rights to do an anime of it with a very good Japanese studio. We could get something looking like the OVA. I really like the OVA. So for the movie, I think the visual are not like amazing, in my opinion, but still interesting to look at some of the designs for the objects and the environments. For here, example here, this look pretty good. And the face they managed to pull off with the actress. It's it's cool. Looks kind of like well, alita in English, but in truth it's gali in Japanese, and in French they used gali. I don't know why in America they changed the name, but yeah, some of the cyberpunk design, they look pretty good. I even thought they could make a game, like Insomniac, who does Spider-Man. I think they could do a cool gun battle, Alita Battle Angel game, but they are like stuck with Marvel, doing Marvel games, so I have not too much hope. This actor also is a pretty good pick for Dr. Ito. found the city a little bit too colorful. Like in the manga, you feel it's like full dystopia, crazy. You know, you wouldn't want to live in that slums, but in the movie, it's like all colorful and looks like kind of a fun place to live almost. Yeah. I don't know, I think Japanese, they could do a movie that would be closer to the manga, I think. But they don't have the copyrights, I think. James Cameron has the copyrights. This is cool. This is kind of faithful to the slum. But then it's get, you know, a lot of colors. When I read the manga in the 90s, I felt like this would be a place with a lot of shadows cast from the Salem city, and then you would have a lot of pollution and dust and, you know, like a Delhi nowadays, you know, a lot of smog and like a nasty place to live, you know. But in the movie they put a lot of colors, like it's too joyful, you know. Should be more like a Mad Max and Hokuto no Ken and some really like nasty vibes, you know. Here it's okay. At night it's helpful to have the treacherous, dangerous vibes. So this kind of environment it works quite well with the night colors. But you see here it looks like happy Cuba, you know, like it's cool, we joyfully survive or something. But in the manga it's really scary place, you know. People kill and fight at every corner, and it's full of drug addicts and augment and prosthesis addicts. But in the movie it's like a little bit too, like a party, like I'm pretty critical. But the movie is kind of a fun watch. But if I have to really look into the base material, the mood of the base material, the visuals of the base material, I think they just missed a little something to be on the spot. The scrapyard, of course, the beginning of the story. But basically the whole town is based on the scrapyard, you know. It's like the trash thrown from the rich city. So the whole city is a pile of trash, and people survive. It's much more hardcore vision of the slums than what the movie portrays. Here the cyber augmented headhunters and stuff like that, they are pretty good. The cyborgs, they look pretty alright. So this is some cool design here. Yeah, this is cool, this one. This is closer to the real mood. It's really like dark, grays and dark and spooky and violent. Yeah, some of the fights at the end of the movie are pretty good. Yeah, with this guy, that was pretty high production. It was good. Yeah, I think for me, if they just made the city more dusty, more dirty, more polluted, less colorful, more dangerous all the time, it would have been better. Yeah, this actor is a cool. We don't see him enough. Maybe if there is a part 2, I don't know. I think he died at the end of the first movie, if I remember. Well, he can always be resurrected or something. You see nowadays, like there is Putin and Xi Jinping, they are talking about trying to live 150 years old. So our current day, some of our politicians, they already think like dystopian leaders of sci-fi cyberpunk. Yeah. Cyberpunk is a warning for what is starting to manifest in reality. The crew here, I think, was a good point of the movie, to have this kind of crew of thieves that Hugo is working with. It was nice. Some nice vehicle designs. Nice big security check gate. The Badlands that we could see in the second movie normally if it comes. And this could be a prequel later. Well, I think the most realistic option is really to make an anime. Yes, if you do a game, you can bring the motorball game as a side activity. Yeah, this kind of dystopic sport was kind of fashionable in the 80s and 90s. There were some video games and all kinds of entertainment around this kind of brutal adaptations of sports. Yeah, some more character design around the motorball. When I read the manga, I was not interested with the motorball very much. Nova. So Zalem. The idealized paradise for Hugo and many people who hope to climb the ladder, social ladder. In the building and separation. Pretty accurate with the nowadays billionaires and stuff. They cut the bridge, they are separated. They build themselves on from the people and then they cut the bridge and live in their bubble and exploit and throw the trash down. See, sucks the blood of the normal people, but they has some weapons to deny access of the lower classes to access the elite VIP living quarters. Still relevant today. Yeah, some weird visual sometimes. It's like uncanny, it doesn't look good. Concept art, yes, something with the face to look off. Sometimes 3D art is really weird, or photo bashing, or sometimes it doesn't work. So this is the art book. I will cover the mangas in another video. We will be able to see the difference in tone. See you later.